Montgomery Gator.
Montgomery Gator, or simply Monty, is one of the most aggressive and physically powerful new generation Glamrock animatronics in Mega Pizzaplex. Unlike classic models of the past, Monty possesses incredible destructive power and a distinctly rebellious streak. His rockstar image, complete with a red mohawk, starry glasses, and bass guitar, fits perfectly with the neon aesthetic of the 1980s. However, his software displays a dangerous level of anger. Monty frequently trashes his green room, destroying furniture and expensive equipment, indicating serious glitches in his emotional AI core. From an engineering standpoint, his reinforced endoskeleton and armored jaw are designed not for music, but to withstand colossal physical exertion. This enormous alligator is a walking time bomb, programmed for a flamboyant show, but born for total destruction.
Monty. Before Glamrock Bonnie's disappearance.
Before becoming the main band's bassist, Monty held a modest role as a supporting animatronic. Initially, he was solely attached to his attraction, Monty Golf. Analysis of hidden lore messages and arcade minigames reveals that during this period, Monty harbored a burning, consuming envy of Glamrock Bonnie, a fan favorite and close friend of Freddy. This early version of Monty lacked his signature sharp claws. His hands were standard, not designed for virtuoso bass playing. He simply entertained children on the golf greens, overshadowed by the great mascots. This phase of his existence reveals a profound theme of corporate competition among machines with advanced artificial intelligence. Monty's programming began to evolve, absorbing ambition. He observed the scene from afar, forming a dark, obsessive plan to seize stardom in his neural networks.
Monty after replacing Glamrock Bonnie.
After Glamrock Bonnie's mysterious disappearance, Monty instantly took his place in the main band. Fazbear Entertainment, instead of pursuing the truth, carried out a cynical rebranding. To enable Monty to play bass, he was given massive, sharp claws. This technical enhancement proved fatal. Having achieved the fame he so dreamed of, Monty began to suffer from delusions of grandeur. His aggression spiraled completely out of control. The game's lore strongly suggests that it was Monty who destroyed Bonnie in a camera blind spot, crushing him with a heavy bowling ball to clear his way onto the stage. The glitch trap virus which infected Pizzaplex's systems only exacerbated these narcissistic and cruel traits. Monty is now more than just a mascot. He's a usurper. He is eager to become the sole leader of the group, even displacing Freddy, and his new claws are ready to tear apart anyone who stands in his way.
Shattered Monty.
Destroyed Monty is the grotesque result of a fall from a great height during the battle on the Catwalk. Having suffered a catastrophic hull collapse, this animatronic loses the lower half of his body, including his powerful legs. His iconic star-shaped glasses are shattered, and his visual sensors are critically damaged. Deprived of the ability to walk, destroyed Monty transforms into a crawling predator, slithering across the floor using only his arms. His demeanor completely deteriorates from that of an arrogant rock star to that of a rabid, wounded beast. He emits blood-curdling growls and lunges at the protagonist from the pitch darkness with incredible speed. This design brilliantly showcases the body horror of the FNAF universe. Beneath the bright plastic shell lies an indestructible Terminator-like endoskeleton. Absolute agony and viral rage compel this broken machine to crawl forward, driven only by a thirst for primal vengeance.
Boss fight Monty.
The battle with Monty on the suspended walkway is the culmination of his destructive nature. In this phase of the game, the alligator's AI completely disables all security protocols. He no longer patrols the mall grounds. He hunts for destruction. The arena is a tangled network of narrow metal platforms high above the ground, where the player must fire plastic pellets from cannons into a giant suspended bucket. In this fight, Monty ignores all damage. He is completely invulnerable to phase camera beams and blaster fire. His heavy footsteps shake the walkway, and his leaps from platform to platform demonstrate the colossal, frightening power of his servos. This boss fight highlights the sheer physical superiority of the heavy animatronic over a human. You can't defeat him in direct combat. You can only use the complex's architecture against him. When the overflowing bucket collapses on him, it is the fall of a false idol from the heights of his own enormous ego.
Ruin Era Monty.
The Ruin expansion transports us to a post-apocalyptic version of Pizzaplex, where Monty reaches his final, most grotesque stage of decay. The Monty of the Ruin era is a pale, rotting shadow of his former glory. His plastic shell has been almost completely destroyed, revealing an endoskeleton coated in a thick layer of rust, mold, and grime. His mohawk and fashionable glasses are gone. He no longer speaks or utters his signature phrases, emitting only gurgling, animalistic sounds. This version of Monty has completely lost any vestiges of advanced artificial consciousness, descending into the base instincts of a real wild alligator. He has adapted to his new, devastated environment, turning the flooded sectors of the collapsed Pizzaplex into his personal hunting grounds. In this horrific state, it is the perfect metaphor for how nature, water, and time destroy even the most advanced corporate technology, leaving only naked horror.
Ruin Catwalk Monty.
One of the most terrifying encounters in the Ruin expansion takes place on the remains of a flooded walkway. Here, Monty's algorithm radically changes to perfectly mimic the behavior of real reptiles in the wild. He lurks beneath the thick, filthy water, becoming virtually invisible to protagonist Cassie. Only slight ripples and floating debris are visible on the surface, obscuring his movements. Monty attacks suddenly, leaping out of the water at incredible speed to drag his prey to the bottom. This mechanic changes the very pace of the game. Instead of the classic hide-and-seek from monsters in corridors, you're forced to carefully step across flimsy wooden pallets over the abyss, knowing that certain death lies right beneath your feet. It's a brilliant design move, transforming a broken robot into the perfect ambush predator, using the flooded Pizzaplex as its own deadly swamp.
Ruin Underground Monty.
The final chord in Monty's story unfolds in the deepest, darkest tunnels beneath a destroyed golf course. It's a pure adrenaline rush where the remains of a machine pursue a young girl, Cassie, in complete claustrophobic isolation. Monty crawls through mud and water with maniacal tenacity, demonstrating that even without legs and barely any armor, his endoskeleton refuses to shut down. It's a race for survival, culminating in solving a puzzle with the Vanny security node. When Cassie activates the terminal, the system unleashes a powerful electrical discharge directly into the water. The water, which had become Monty's new home and hunting ground, ultimately becomes his death trap. A global short circuit finally burns out his damaged neural circuits. Monty's death in the deep dungeons marks a brutal but logical end to his evolution, from a dazzling rock star to a dead, charred hunk of iron in the mud.
AR World Monty.
By using the VANNI network mask in the Ruin expansion, players gain the ability to experience an alternate digital version of Pizzaplex's reality. In this AR world, Monty appears in a completely different, psychedelic light. His physical decay is replaced by digital glitches, purple and green artifacts of malicious code. He seems stuck between two dimensions, the physical mud of a flooded golf course and the neon matrix of Fazbear's corporate network. In AR, his movements appear even more jagged as the virus's algorithms distort Cassie's spatial perception. Digital echoes of his former, uncorrupted self can be found in certain hidden nodes of the network, eerily contrasting his current state. Monty's AR version clearly demonstrates that the destruction has affected not only his titanium frame, but also the software itself, turning it into a wandering fatal error within the complex's neural network.
Monty Merchandise Version.
Like any Fazbear Entertainment mascot, Montgomery Gator exists not only as a 6-foot-tall animatronic, but also as an endless, highly profitable stream of merchandise. Plush toys, plastic figurines, masks, mugs, and pins are scattered throughout the Pizzaplex. This merch version of Monty is the perfect example of corporate hypocrisy and reputation laundering. In posters and toys, he is depicted as a cool, confident, yet completely safe friend for children. His destructive anger and delusions of grandeur are safely concealed behind brightly colored packaging and a wide cartoonish grin. Looking at the cute plush Monty in the gift shop window, the player experiences profound cognitive dissonance, knowing that just a few meters away, the original machine is tearing through steel doors in an attempt to kill a child. Monty's merchandise symbolizes a corporation's attempt to sell a false, polished dream, disguising deadly engineering flaws as cute fan souvenirs.
Monty in promotional artwork.
Within the game's universe, giant cardboard signs and promotional artwork featuring Monty serve as a crucial narrative tool. These images are saturated with the brash aesthetic of 1980s glam rock. Bright neon, aggressive poses, a gleaming bass guitar. Monty's promotional image was designed to quickly and effectively dispel the image of good old Bonnie from visitors' minds. Enormous holograms and golden statues in the center of the atrium make him appear as an absolute idol, the deity of Pizzaplex. These artworks don't simply adorn the walls, they proclaim his status. However, as the game progresses, these neon posters begin to fade, tear, and become dirty, transforming from a symbol of triumph into a harbinger of disaster. Monty's promotional image is a monument to his own outsized ego, which becomes increasingly ominous as the neon paradise of Pizzaplex slowly descends into darkness and chaos.
Monty in the franchise lore.
In the grand scheme of Five Nights at Freddy's lore, Montgomery Gator isn't just another robot. He's a completely new antagonist archetype. If the old animatronics were tragic victims possessed by the souls of murdered children, then Glamrock Bonnie is a monster born of pure artificial intelligence, corrupted by a virus and bad programming. He embodies the absolute corporate greed of Fazbear Entertainment, willing to sacrifice safety and even eliminate its own classic mascots to create a new, more aggressive and cool product for the masses. Monty's story is a classic journey from envious stand-in to usurper to pathetic, filthy beast. He convincingly proves that in this universe, true evil can come not only from the ghosts of the past, but also from soulless, advanced machines whose neural networks have been poisoned by vanity and the digital virus Glitch Trap, which has launched a program of complete self-destruction.